Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is May 18th? Monday, May 18th. Anyways, happy Monday, another day. Wake up, be grateful. We are on the No Filter Network, and this is Barrels of Breland, episode 31. Holy shit. 30 fucking one. I just got back from working out, playing pickleball, and some cage work. So I'm a little hungry. But yeah, guys, also, this past weekend, epic 3-game series for the Cosmic Baseball Tour out in Lehigh Valley, about an hour and a half northwest of Philadelphia, home of the Eagles, the Sixers, the Flyers, and the Phillies. So, epic time. The Chili Peppers and the Glomodis had one heck of a series, one heck of a weekend. Every night was sold out. Just crazy. There's a beer zip line at the Coca-Cola Park of the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. That's one of the coolest things I saw. I even got to catch the drinks, catch the beer. So, we'll recap some more of the game as we go along in this podcast. Brought to you by Monoliving. Got a health recovery coconut, adaptogenic nootropic recovery drink coming out. Guys, Al-Qaeda is still coming out. All right. We're getting a package now. Soft launch coming soon. Patience is a virtue. We're working there. We're getting there. But episode 31, guys. Discipline through adversity, staying consistent, and always choosing gratitude. That's the focus for today. All right, we're talking about something every person, athlete, entrepreneur eventually faces, and that's adversity. That's failure, that's mistakes. Okay? Bad game, slumps, injury, stress, disappointment, uncertainty, failure. All the things that can go wrong or that you don't like, right? Adversity is part of baseball and it's part of life. But what separates people isn't whether adversity comes, it's how they respond when it does. It's always the reaction to the situation that makes you grow, flow, or go down below. Okay? So today we're going to talk about discipline, consistency, and gratitude during hard times. Because anybody can stay positive and flow when things are going well. But true character, true strength, true growth in one's life shows up when things get difficult. And so here we go, guys. Discipline is doing what's needed even when you don't feel like it. So Mike Tyson said it best, I believe. Discipline is doing the things you hate, but doing it like you love it. Doing the things you hate, but doing it like you love it. Because you know the hard things create strength, create growth, create a better you. Because discipline isn't emotion, it's commitment. We are committed to the actions, we are committed to the process of what it takes to get to the goal, to the result that we want. All right, it's training when you're tired, staying focused during slumps, eating right when nobody's watching, showing up early, being the last one to leave, keeping standards high, keeping people accountable. A lot of people rely on motivation. Motivation is bullshit. That's what I think. Motivation fades. Discipline remains. Because motivation is based on feeling, and feeling real. The best athletes don't always feel motivated. The greatest people, the most successful entrepreneurs aren't always motivated. But through routines, through discipline, they've trained themselves to stay committed. Okay? Discipline carries you where emotions can't. Because feelings ain't real. Emotion changes emotions. Okay? And discipline carries you the rest of the way. Adversity tests discipline real quick. Because it's not about, what's the other saying? It's not rising up to the occasion when things get hard, right? Or pressure isn't rising to the occasion. It's dropping to your practices, to your training. Okay? It's falling back on your training. That's what pressure is. That's what adversity is. We're not going to rise to the occasion and try to compete and commit. We're going to fall back to our training, to our disciplines, to our commitments. Okay? And take responsibility. So when things go wrong, do you stop working? No. Do you complain? A lot of us, yes. Do you blame others? A lot of us, yes. Or do you stay ready? Because if you're always ready, you never have to get ready. Something from Kowalski I learned. Consistency builds confidence. Because consistency is preparation. Consistency is doing the right things over and over and over again. It becomes such a habit, it becomes such a... It's just you do it without even thinking, right? It's compounded interest over and over and over again. You keep doing it and doing it. And doing it. Just like 18 minutes a day, you practice anything at 18 minutes a day, that's 100 hours a year. You will be better than 95% of the world at that specific skill. So we're compounding consistency. We're compounding skills. Okay, consistency is powerful. And consistency isn't always flashy, but it creates trust. It creates confidence. It creates trust. Trust is confidence. Confidence is trust. Trust in your preparation. Trust in your routine. Trust in the mindset. Your ability to respond under pressure. Because when pressure comes, you drop to your skills. You drop to your preparation, your routine, your mindset. We don't rise to an occasion. We fall back on our training. Okay, the strongest players are usually, and 99% of the time, the most consistent in their training, in their habits, in their mental skills, in their physical skills, in their physical training, in their nutrition. In every aspect of their life, they're the most consistent. The greatest are the most consistent, not just physically, mentally, and emotionally too. All right, consistency. It's the same effort on good days and bad days. You're giving, no matter what you got on that day, you're giving it all. You're either all in or you're in the fucking way. Okay? You're bringing the same attitude, effort, and energy every day during the wins and the losses, because losses ain't losses. They're just opportunities for learning. Okay? We're staying grounded when emotions want to take over. Deep breath, assess, and then act. That's what we should be doing when things get hard, when adversity comes, when we strike out, when things don't go our way. Not react right away. It's assess, breathe, go. All right? There's a process to it. So that process is staying grounded. Staying grounded is breathing and not always reacting. Okay, because sometimes we react to the littlest things that we have zero control over, and there's literally no point in wasting your energy to do it. Like, why not conserve that energy, use that energy in a positive way to learn, to grow, to adapt, right? Because where your focus goes, energy goes. Where focus flows, energy goes. Where focus goes, energy flows. Boom. Consistency creates stability during chaos. Because when everything's disorganized, you can fall back on your process, your consistent routine, your habits. And nothing outside of those habits will affect you. Because you're on one, you're on your flow, you're on your green state, you're on your green lights. There can be all this stuff going on around you, but you're so focused and consistent in your disciplines, it doesn't faze you. All right, 3, Gratitude. Gratitude changes perspective because everything is perspective. Be the change you want to see. Because if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at begin to change. If you see everything as a good thing that happens for you and not to you, then everything else around you becomes blessings. And more good things actually start happening to you instead of you seeing it as a bad thing. Right? These are opportunities for learning, opportunities for growth, opportunities to get better, opportunities to adjust your mental strength, to adjust your attitudes, right? Adversity can either make you bitter or better. So let's be grateful. So difficult seasons often reveal blessings we overlook. Sometimes adversity teaches patience, perspective, judgment, humility, appreciation, compassion, grace, and love. And probably many more, all right? Because our biggest blessing in this world is to love. The more love we spread, the more passion we get, the more joy we bring. You begin to realize that playing baseball is a privilege, that you breathing is a privilege. You being able to walk on two legs where half the world, I bet you can't even walk perfectly on two legs and yet alone have two legs. Right? Being healthy is a blessing. Family and friendships matter deeply, especially your inner circle. Mom, dad, siblings, your closest best friend, right? Those people matter. Growth often comes from discomfort. Actually, growth always comes from discomfort. You go to the gym, isn't it uncomfortable to be fucking lifting heavy weights and doing things that take you out of breath and you're breathing hard and your muscles are cramping and sore and then within a month's time, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, you're this healthy, strong, resilient, persistent person. Like we want such fast acting, instant gratification that we forget the best things come with a process. They come with failure, they come with discomfort. They come with hard work and showing up every single day with resilience and consistency. Gratitude shifts your mindset from why is this happening to me, right? So let's start asking better questions instead of why is this happening to me, but what can this season teach me? What can this situation teach me? How can I avoid the situation? What can I do to get better? Not why me? Why is this happening? Why am I not playing more? How about asking better questions? How can I play more? What do I need to do to play more? How can I get better at the weaknesses that I have in life, or in baseball, or in the sport, or in this skill, right? Do I need to read more books? Do I need to study more? Do I need to put more effort and time? Do I need to do the things outside of the sport, such as nutrition, sleep, rest, educating yourself, anything, right? It's about asking the better questions that will shift your mindset and help you develop these skills of mental strength and fortitude. So, let's be grateful in everything we do, everything that happens. Because I got one example so far. I got a couple teammates complaining about one guy in our organization, and he's a little special, a little tism, and sometimes doesn't understand boundaries, socially awkward a little bit. And, they're complaining he's doing things that they don't like, and, he's literally just trying to do his job. And guys are bitching and complaining and like, bro, blah, blah, blah. It's like, shut the fuck up. Put yourself in his shoes. You know that he's socially awkward. You know that he's not all there. And you know he's just trying to do his job. So shut the fuck up. All right, why are you going to waste your time spending the energy, the hate, the judgment when you're neither perfect and you don't do everything right? So why not just be grateful that we have somebody to get us in line, tell us where we need to be, and just do it. Just shut up and do it, right? Be grateful you have the opportunity to be in such an organization that is growing, that is booming, and literally everyone's just trying to go the same way. We all want to get better. So a lot of these teammates of mine need to put in perspective and need to put themselves in other people's shoes, because it's getting really annoying. And it's all because of the ego is being challenged. The ego isn't comfortable. They're not comfortable because things aren't going their way. Well, you know what? You can't control it, motherfucker. So fuck your ego. Calm it the fuck down. Grow a little bit. Grow some balls. And just shut up. Shut up. Be grateful for everything else you have in life. So that's my little spiel on gratitude. All right? Adversity produces strength. Nobody enjoys the hard seasons. Nobody enjoys the cold seasons. Nobody enjoys slumps. Nobody enjoys things that are hard. But you know what? If it was hard, everyone would be doing it. All right? Adversity builds things. Comfort never will. All right? Resilience, mental toughness, faith, character. Baseball, life exposes weaknesses quickly. Baseball a little quicker because you get instant results. But if you stay disciplined, you stay consistent, you keep yourself accountable, you hold yourself to a higher standard, through all the adversity, you come out stronger, you come out better, you become a better person, you become someone that people want to be around. You create the energy you want to be around. Right? The strongest people aren't those who avoid struggle. It's the ones who grow through it, who see it and want to figure a way either through it or to it or be in it and then get through it and learn. The strongest people never quit. The strongest people take the most risks. The strongest people say, well, let's go find out. Because then it all leads to faith. Let's go find out because I believe, I know, I trust, and I will. Faith becomes the most important part when life feels uncertain, because we all have an inner spirit, the inner God, that we can rely on, that can build us up, that gives us this like inner strength of just believing and knowing that everything's going to be okay, as long as we stay consistent to the positivity, to the attitude, and to the efforts that we give every day, which is all in every fucking day. Because we don't have a lot of time on this earth. And why not use this time we do have for the greater purpose of this world, for the greater purpose of other human beings, so that people in the future have a great life and can enjoy what we've built, right? We're all just stacking days. So we stack days to make it better for the next person. Just keep stacking, stack. So sometimes God allows difficult seasons, one, to either slow us down and to assess and to reevaluate, to reshape priorities, right? To strengthen us, to make us more resilient, and to deepen the trust in His plan, in His holy work, and to glorify Him. Because there is a greater purpose, there is a greater plan. We just need to keep going, not quit, have faith, believe, and trust that everything works out for us and for the greater good of mankind. Because not every struggle is punishment. It's only punishment if you see it as punishment. But you know what? It's literally, struggles are literally time to reflect and just breathe and just figure solutions out. That's what life is. Life is figuring solutions out. Because the more solutions you can bring about to this world, to the issues and to the problems that there may be, the better life gets, the better your life gets, the better other people's lives get. Right? Sometimes we got to prepare more. And even during adversity, God remains faithful. And that's the craziest part. He gives us grace. He's forgiveful. And he remains faithful. So when you trust him through difficult seasons, peace replaces panic. Remember, our inner being, our inner spirit, our divine spirit is our breath. Anything happens to you that you feel discomfort, your ego took a shot at, you don't like, my biggest suggestion is stop, close your eyes, inhale, hold, let it out, then go. Because right there, I just feel so good. Whew. Just breathe. All right. Peace, breath brings you back. Brings you to the present moment of you're alive, you're breathing, you're healthy, and everything's fine. We got 2 verses today, ladies and gentlemen. Romans chapter 5, verse 3 and 4. We also glory in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance, character, and character, hope. Because hope, hold on, possibilities exist. The stronger your character, the stronger possibilities are going to exist and will come to you. The more we will prosper. And 2, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 18. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. The more we give thanks, the less we think about the bad things, because you can't give thanks and think about the bad things simultaneously. It is literally impossible to have 2 thoughts at the same time, thinking about the 2 things at the same time. The more you give thanks, the more you're grateful, the more just, thank you, God. Boom. You can't even remember what the hell you were being mad about, right? So, again, your spirit, your inner God. God is us and we are God, right? Your breath is your spirit, is your divine spirit. So breathe. Are you breathing, man? That is the question. Are you breathing? So, this is where we want to be, and this is us. Let's be the best we can be, and let's keep closing that gap by stacking the days. All right? Because truth is, adversity is unavoidable. But you get to choose your response. You get to choose your reaction. No one else, you. If you are triggered, that's because you chose to be triggered. Right? Obviously, we all have different backgrounds, different ways of learning, different ways that we were brought up. And so, yeah, we all get mad at certain things, but who cares? Who cares? It's no one else's fault about when your feelings get hurt other than you. Right? When you get mad, you get frustrated, it's you. Okay? You choose. You have the choice. Stay disciplined, stay consistent, stay grateful. Hard seasons, great seasons. It doesn't matter. All day, every day. Because growth is happening even when you can't see it. Because we're going to walk by faith and not by sight. All right? Some of the strongest people are built in the toughest moments. So no matter how tough it gets, we stand back up and we keep going. No matter how hard we get hit, we stand back up and we keep going. Stay resilient, stay grounded, stay faithful. Amen. Guys, episode 31, Browse with Breland. I am your host. Episode 30 drops pretty soon today. So check it out, YouTube, Spotify. I will also post it on my Instagram, @thereal_smoothie king. Guys, share this, like this, subscribe. I don't know what you got to do, but I'm just doing this because why not? share the experiences, share the messages, share my stories, share my life, because there's someone out there that needs this. But let's find ways to build people up, to not judge, to love more, to work more. And I mean to work more as in work on yourself more by being a better person, being more loving, being more kind, being more compassionate, having more passion to live for something that brings you joy. So, thank you all again. And we'll see you next week. We go to Nashville. Talk Tour going to Nashville. Games Friday, Saturday at the Sound Stadium. Browse with Breland, guys. Much love, much love. Best is yet to come. Shoot!